you're struggling to focus, this video is for you because I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to improve your focus that are backed by neuroscience. More in today's video. Hi, I have a PhD in neuroscience, and on the channel Neuroproductivity we talk about how to become more productive using principles of neuroscience. Let's talk today about how to increase your focus. Tip number 1 that you can use is to keep your phone in another room. Nowadays the phones are using up so much of our focus because with every notification, with every scroll on social media, you basically interrupt the focus. And once the focus is interrupted, it might take up to 15 to 20 minutes to regain the focus back. Now imagine if you have the phone next to you and it keeps ringing, it keeps showing you new messages, new likes on social media, where your focus is constantly going to be interrupted and you might not even ever reach it. Or if you want to reach it again, it takes 20 minutes to do so. So you basically just lost 20 minutes. So a great way is to put your phone in another room. You can also keep it on silent, but actually some research has shown that if you keep your phone in another room, even if you're not using it, it still uses up some cognitive brain capacity. So the best thing to do is to keep it in another room. So you work in one room and you keep your phone in your kitchen or somewhere else, in your bathroom. So in another room. Tip number 2 is going for a quick 10 to 15 minutes walk. So this is a great way to increase our focus. Why? Because when we walk, especially outside, we get some fresh air. And more oxygen you have in your brain, more focused you are. Also, physical activity is going to release some happiness hormones in our brain. And when we are happier, it's easier to get to work and it's easier to focus. You have less friction towards working. So when you don't feel very focused, it might be a good option to take a quick 10 to 15 minutes walk around your block and then come back and get back to working. Number 3 is to follow your energy during the day. Research has shown that we are most focused in the morning. So when you get up, you're going to have certain chemicals released in your brain. So basically, cortisol is going to go up when you get up, and when the cortisol is up, the prefrontal cortex works better. And prefrontal cortex is the part of the brain that is in charge of focus and of working. So basically, the best thing to do is to schedule focus intervals of working in the morning. So for example, from 9 to 12 a.m. On the other hand, in the afternoon, right after lunch, energy and focus usually dips. From 1 to 3 p.m., the best thing to do is to schedule some easy, low focus activities, such as responding to emails or maybe doing some admin work. Then, after 4 p.m., the energy and the focus bounce back a little bit. They're still not as high as in the morning, but they bounce back. They're better than early afternoon. So from 4 to let's say 7 p.m., you can schedule some creative work, for example, brainstorming on your business or maybe reading some research papers. You want to make sure to work with your brain, not against it, and to basically synchronize the time where you are most focused with doing the work that requires high focus. Number 4 is don't multitask. Even if you think you would be able to multitask, research has shown that when you try to multitask, what your brain does is basically does context switching. So it switches from one task to another. And every time you switch the context, again, it takes 20 minutes to regain the deep focus. So if you try to respond to emails and then be super focused on your business, every time you check your email, your focus is basically broken. So if you need to do something that requires high focus, where you really need to be focused, the best thing to do is to focus on that activity and don't multitask. And number 5 is to work in 90-minute cycles and then recharge. Our brain focus follows something that we call Ultradian Rhythm. I talk much more about the Ultradian Rhythm on some of my other videos, so make sure to subscribe to my channel. But basically, Ultradian Rhythm has shown that it takes 10 to 20 minutes to reach high focus. Once we reach high focus, we can be focused for around 1 hour, 1 hour 15 minutes. and after 90 minutes the focus will significantly drop. And if you try to push past those 90 minutes, it's basically not useful because you're not going to be focused and you're just going to get more and more tired. The best thing to do after 90 minutes of being very focused is to reset, to take a 10 to 15 minutes break. You can go for a walk, you can do something else, relaxing activity, but it's good to reset, to relax, and then you can, after this 10 to 15 minutes break, you can restart the focus cycle of 90 minutes. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want your own personalized focus system, you might be a good candidate for my program Neuroproductivity. To learn more about the program, you should schedule a free 30 minutes discovery call that you can schedule by clicking on the link in the description down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it helps my algorithm, and comment down below what of the habits help you become more focused. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.